Hey, it's great to be with you again today. We're coming into the Christmas season and I'm jacked up. How about you? And some of the things I like to do is remember back and family traditions and things we used to do as we got ready for Christmas. And when I was a kid, coming into Christmas, it was all about getting ready for the coming of Santa Claus and the coming of the baby Jesus and gifts and decorations. And it's a big event, right? And we would always get all dressed up to go to church, and we'd have on our suit and tie, our cool little clip-on tie, and a button-up shirt and our jacket and our cool, absolutely awesome polyester plaid pants. Woo! It's all coming back. I can feel it. I've still got my stuff saved in the closet from when no, I don't. Anyway, and we would all get dressed up, right? It was a big deal getting dressed up for church every Sunday. And as I started to get a little older, I started to notice that, some of people that came to church they just weren't getting as dressed up as we were. And I kind of thought that was weird, and I didn't think that maybe they're not really Christians, maybe they're just kind of coming in here to check out things or something, or maybe their mom and dad are making them come, or, and you get this feeling like you're looking at them and you're kind of being judgmental about them because they don't look like you. And as I got older, I started to realize that some of these people were incredible Christians, right? Their faith was really deep, and they went out of their way to serve and honor God, and they were helping their communities and feeding the hungry, and it made me think and realize that, what we wear on the outside doesn't really match up sometimes with what our hearts look like. God doesn't really care what we look like on the outside. He looks at the heart. And I go back to that first Christmas, Jesus is getting ready to be born, and who were the first guys that knew that Jesus was going to be born, other than Mary and Joseph, right? It was the shepherds. They're out in the middle of the field, and these are guys, they were looked down on by people. They were dirty, and they were stinky, and they didn't wash their hands, and they didn't shower, right? Shower? Did they have showers? Right? And they couldn't get washed up, so they couldn't go by all of the laws in the Torah and the bathing and the washing of pots, and you're hanging out with dirty sheep, and you didn't go to the synagogue and to the temple to worship on the Sabbath because you're out in the fields working, and right? And people were like, man, these guys they're dirty, scummy, But who did the angels appear to first on that Christmas Eve night, right? It was the shepherds. It was the lowly. These poor guys who were working out in the field, the working man, the one that, they were the ones that nobody really cared that much about. But God did. He said, come into Bethlehem, man. The angels said, don't be afraid, because we're kind of scary looking, right? Don't be afraid. Come into Bethlehem because the Messiah is being born tonight, and we want you guys to come in and worship him. And they did. And they took off running into Bethlehem, and they found the baby in the manger, just as the angels foretold. So when we get the opportunity to reach out and to be a part of the faith walk in our community, we shouldn't look down on those that don't look or dress like us, don't talk like us, maybe don't even believe all the way that we believe, but we look at their hearts and how they're drawn to God and how they serve him in their life every day. May God continue to pour out his grace, mercy, and blessings on each and every one of us. Until we get to meet again. Amen. Amen.